Hello everyone. Previously we had discussed about the reactive programming with the RxJS. Today we'll be discussing on understanding setPrototypeOf and getPrototypeOf. Right? setPrototypeOf sets the prototype of an object dynamically, while getPrototypeOf retrieves the object's prototype chain. So again I'm telling setPrototypeOf, it sets the prototype of an object dynamically, while getPrototypeOf, it retrieves the object prototype chain, right? Useful, it is basically useful for the dynamic inheritance and the object manipulation, right? So the basically I have explained about the set prototype and the get prototype. Again I'll tell, set prototype of basically sets the prototype of an object dynamically, while get prototype of, it retrieves the object prototype chain. So how it is useful? It is used for the it is useful for dynamic inheritance and the object manipulation. Let's see, let's try to understand the same thing with a very simple example. Initially, let's try to understand with the setting prototypes, and please do, I insist to go with the to try to understand by the examples, right? By nothing, sorry, yeah, let's try to understand with the example setting prototype, right? I'll just quickly come here. I'll give animal equals within the object, let me give here eat. Let's call the function and let me log something very quickly. I'll just give here eating. So yeah, this one, let's just give eating here, right? So next what I'll do, let me consider dog and let's assign this one to the empty object. So we have to make use of the set prototype of, right? So I'll just quickly come here, give object dot set prototype of, we have to pass the empty object that we have considered is for the dog, and the object is animal, right? So these two things. Next what I'll do, let's call the method eat the dog, right? So this one, we have to get the output eating, because we have given here, we have logged eating within the method eat, right? So when I call dog dot eat, so we have to get the output eating, right? So you now know how to make use of the set prototype. So I'll quickly explain what I have done here. So basically animal, this one animal, this is an object with the method eat. So here you can clearly see it is a method and the animal is an object, right? So animal is an object with the method eat, and set prototype of this one, object dot set prototype of, I have made use of, right? Set prototype of this links dog to the animal. So this is linking set prototype of, this is linking dog, here we have considered, right? Dog and animal that we have given, this is linking the dog to the this one animal. Basically it is allowing the dog to access the eat. This is set prototype of, in simple terms, it is allowing the dog to access eat, that is which is inside the animal, right? So when I give dog dot eat, we have to get the output eating. This one we have logged something here, right, within the eat method. So if I try to run the code, yeah, you can clearly see the output we are getting is eating, right? So I hope the concept of setting the prototype is completely clear. I insist you to try to understand by making use of the get prototype as well. I'll just leave it to you. It's a object dot get prototype is completely easy to use. Just try to do it, or let me do it. I'll just continue with the same example. Quickly I'll just give here, let proto, I'll just consider proto, I'll just give here object dot, here we have to make use of the get prototype, right? Get prototype of, so we have passed the, we are having the dog with the symbol, I mean, yeah, dog, right? So I'll just give here dog. Then let's log something. Here I'll just log. I've considered proto, right? So let's compare this one with the animal. So we have to get the output true in our case. What we are doing here, in the simple terms, I have made use of the object.getPrototypeOf here. So getPrototypeOf here, it will retrieve the prototype of the dog. Again, I'm telling this one, getPrototypeOf, this will retrieve the prototype of dog and confirms that the dog is linked to the animal, and confirms that the dog is linked to the animal. So when I compare proto equals animal, we are comparing this one, right? We have to get we are doing the comparison here, so we have to get the output in the form of boolean value, nothing but in this case proto equals animals, it is true. Yeah, it will compare with the animal and we have to get the output true, right? So let's try running the code. Yeah, you can clearly see here the output that we are getting here is true. So I hope the concept of getPrototypeOf and setPrototypeOf is completely clear. Again, I'm telling what does setPrototypeOf does here. It sets the prototype of an object dynamically. While what getPrototypeOf does, then it retrieves the object prototype chain. You can clearly see here. It retrieves the object prototype chain. Uh, how it is useful? We saw with the example. It is useful for the dynamic inheritance and object manipulation. You can clearly see here, right? Sorry. We clearly saw the same thing with the example, right? It is useful for the dynamic inheritance and the object manipulation. So I hope the concept of set prototype of and get prototype of is completely clear. Next, we will be discussing about the advanced module bundling. So for now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.